Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Gladys from Gladys Creations. And today we're doing the collaboration of the 12 Days of Christmas. And we are on day 4, which is Sweet Treats. I made some faux bakery. Let me tell you a little bit about this collaboration. We have 2 hosts, which is Brenda from Rustic and Lace and Jackie from Crafting in Mimi's World. They put this list together, okay, and for 12 days we craft different crafts with the theme of Christmas. And they all have different themes to them, okay? So today's theme is sweet treats. So I did some faux bakery. So let's get on with the crafting and check out what I created today. We're going to start with some foam clay. I have a bucket here of foam clay. I pull out a ball and I roll it out kind of like in a snake shape. Now, I was having a little bit of problems with this. I do it like 2 or 3 times, okay? And I left it in the video. So you see that even though I'm a crafter, sometimes I bump into a little bit of problems. So see how it was sticking to my mat and stuff? It's probably that my clay had a lot of moisture. So I keep on playing with it until I get it just right. After a while, it stops. What I do is I take it, and every time I roll it, I flip it. You see how I rolled it and then I flipped it? Okay? And that's what I had to do. Then what I did was I rolled it in pieces, okay, like that. You see that? And then I get another set and I roll it, and I do that 3 times. Okay. And if you haven't figured out what I'm making cinnamon rolls. Okay. So that's what I did. I rolled them out. Then I put them on top of parchment paper and I painted them with buttermilk. Yes, I painted them while they were soft. This way it prevents shrinking and also cracking. Okay. So I'm sorry that my head gets in the way there a little bit. But I just do one simple coat of the buttermilk and let it sit overnight to dry, okay? So since I'm doing several little different projects, I'm going to be going back and forth from one project to another, okay? So right here, I'm just showing you the cinnamon rolls, how I painted them on. And then I set them to the side to dry. Then my next project is I get these aluminum pans. Now, I take this foam that you spray like for cracks and stuff for plumbing, okay? And I filled them up a little bit too much. When you make these, do not fill them past halfway of whatever you're using because it grows. Okay, now you could get a can of this stuff like for $3, and a can takes you a long way. Like I still have half of that can, all right, left. Then what I do is I get this bag. I got that bag in Amazon with a bunch of baker's twine, all different colors. It was a good deal. Okay, and I take out the one that has the multicolored Christmas colors. And I'm making a little stand to put my cinnamon rolls on. So I take on some rub-on transfer that I have here. And that bottom piece there that I'm using is from a candle that I got gifted last year. And what I do is I take the rub-on transfer and I rub it on. And they're really sticky. These Amazon These Amazon rub-on transfer are very sticky, so you don't have to rub really hard. But you got to make sure that you rub like the real detailed small stuff because it does come back up. And if it does come back up, all you do is lay it back down again and rub it, okay? And you should be fine. And there I rubbed it. Then I cover it with matte finish Mod Podge and set it to the side. Now here, you see what happened? I had excessive growth and it started spilling out to the side. Now here, I took the pegs and glued them onto my little tray. Now, this is the next day. So I take antique wax and I go around where the cracks are and I rub it in, I paint it in, and then I wipe it off with a dry paper towel, okay? And then I paint it all over again and then wipe it off again. Then I take Mod Podge and I go all around the cracks, sprinkle some cinnamon on it, and set it to the side. Do the same thing. Oh, and I also then I like dry brush it again with the antique wax to give it a little bit brown tint to the, so it looks like it's baked, okay? And I do this to all three of them. I'll paint it, wipe it off, paint it, and then wipe it off. And then the third time when I paint it, I wipe it off, but very lightly. Then I take the Mod Podge, go into the cracks, sprinkle it with cinnamon, and it smells so good. They smell so real. Make you want to eat some cinnamon rolls, huh? That's how I felt afterwards. Okay, and then here I just wipe it off real lightly. See? And then I do the Mod Podge thing and then sprinkle cinnamon. And it makes them look like it was baked, okay? Gives it that baked look. See, that one I dry brushed a little bit more and wiped it lightly because it was kind of too light, okay? Then I set them to the side. Oh, no. I take puff paint, white puff paint, and then I just do the glazing top of the cinnamon roll, and there you go, they're done. So I put them on the tray and set them to the side to dry. Now here's my first loaf. I already took it apart, and then I painted it with hazelnut. Now I thought I was recording when I did that one. All I did was paint it with hazelnut. Then I just did with the burnt umber. I went all around it and just did little swirlies to make it look like marble cake. This one, I take the hazelnut and mix it with some pumpkin orange from Apple Barrel, and then I paint over the top. And then here, I jump back into the tray, and what I do is I take that twine that I had picked and just wrap it around 3 times and tie a little baby bow to it. And then I put my cinnamon rolls back on there. See, I told you I was going to be jumping back and forth. Now, this one is going to be, this one's going to be my banana nut bread. No, this is the pumpkin spice one. I dry brush paint it with the coffee grunge, okay? And then I sprinkle it with cinnamon. Then the other one, I just dry brush and then I wipe it off, okay? Oh, that one's the cinnamon, pumpkin, that's a pumpkin spice one. What I do is I take some burnt umber and I do some swirlies, okay? Like that, to make it look like it's cinnamon. And it'll look like cinnamon once it dries a little bit because it blends with the pumpkin, with the the color of the hazelnut, okay, and it like seeps in and dries, and it makes it look like cinnamon. And then I do the little swirls, and then I put little dots to it, and then I set it to the side to dry. And that's the one that has the orange and hazelnut mixed. All right, now here, this one, you see it how the coffee grunge settled into it a little bit, and then the cinnamon. So then I brush it with some matte Mod Podge, and I take some faux crumbs that I have here. They're faux nuts, okay? And you could order them on Etsy. A lot of people make them. You could also take like the cardboard egg cartons and put them through like a little chopper, and it does the same thing. You could also take, they have like the foam kind of cardboard kind of cat litter. You could use that too. That's the most expensive way to go. Okay. Excuse me, I'm sorry for coughing. So then I take my tags with one of my fancy scissors. I have a whole box full of fancy little scissors that I got, a whole set. And I just write what kind of loaf it is that I made. I made a pumpkin spice, a banana nut, and a marble cake. And that's all I write on them. And here we're going to start with the banana nut one. I take that baker's twine, the brown and white colored one, and I just tie one knot, go around it the opposite way, then tie another knot. Then I thread in my tag, and then I tie a knot and cut it off. Okay, I had a ribbon that was pre-made that I didn't use before. It was like an off-white color, and I just attached that one. That one's done. Then I take my pumpkin spice one, and that's when I take the Christmas one, and I take it, wrap it, tie it in a knot right there, and then tie a little shoestring bow. Oh, first I put the tag in and tie a knot to it. Oh, and then I take cinnamon sticks, glue two of them together, and then tie it in a little shoestring bow, okay? And set that one to the side. Then I take this little pick that I had. Okay, I use this pick a lot through these because I don't have garland, so I have to use little picks that I have. All right, and then I take the green and red and white baker's twine, and I tie the knot on the top, attach the tag, put some glue on the tag and glue it on. Put some glue on the tag and attach the little pick to the tag. Then I do a little shoestring bow and clip that out. Okay, and there goes my decor. All right, so these are the little designs that I made for today. And here they are on the final reveal, so you can check them out. Look at how cute they look, so real. Oh my god, they look so real. They look so yummy. Makes you want to eat some baked goods, huh? All right, so here's everything, and I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. This was a little short video I put together for you. It didn't take me 15 minutes to make, by no means. It took me 2 days to make this, but you know, with the magic of video, it came out to a little over 15 minutes. So, yeah, if you have any questions and need some further information, just hit me up on the description down below. And thank you for coming. Check out the playlist. There's many creators that are going to be on with other fun, sweet treat ideas. Okay, and check out Brenda and Jackie's channel. They're very talented creators. Also in the description down below, I have my buy me a coffee. It helps out. Like right now, if I had extra money, I would have been able to buy some garland, probably at Hobby Lobby. These are the things that I ask if anybody can give a donation. You can go to buy me a coffee and put it in, and I'll be able to buy supplies so I can bring you better crafts. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's greatly appreciated. It does help my channel so I can bring you out different crafts every week. Okay, so once again, like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't been became a subscriber. It's all for free. And thank you for coming, and you have a blessed day. Enjoy and check out the playlist. Don't forget. All right. And like and share, comment, and subscribe to their channels also. Okay. It's all for free. Thank you and stay blessed and see you tomorrow.